in to hull it now. Surely one last chance, one last bite at the cherry here in Amsterdam. Ronaldo through to hull it. Oh, what an ending here in Amsterdam.
Hello friend, it's Boras here, and today we're finally back with some videos. I had a break, I needed a break after that hectic week in Amsterdam where I qualified for the World Cup. And we also have the physical World Cup here, and I can't wait to upload some nice content for you guys. But first, we have to get this video done. So yes guys, after this long season, I qualified for the World Cup. I will be there with the 16 best players in the world from PlayStation and 16 best players in the world from Xbox. And it's gonna be the 2nd to 4th of August. And now, we're gonna take a look at how it all went down when I qualified for this tournament. Okay, so first off, we have my team here, my pre-game team before I change in the game. And it's not so many surprises. I had to just take out the Thierry Henry because he was terrible for me in this gameplay, because we played the esports version over there and sometimes the game feels a bit different, and Henry didn't really work out. He was brilliant at home playing in the practicing games, but over there in Amsterdam he was terrible, and also spoke to some more players and they said the same. So I picked Neymar here, his SBC 97 Player of the Year, and you might ask why not picking Team of the Season, Ronaldo striker, and playing Neymar on full chemistry to the left. Well, yes, we had the super accounts, but I never tried Team of the Season Ronaldo before, and it's very mental, you know. Even though the stats are almost identical, I didn't want to mess up my mind and just pick a new card. So that is why I stuck with Ronaldo and also Neymar on 7 chemistry, and I think him on 7 chemistry is pretty much good as his same card on 10 chemistry. Here we have my in-game formation, my plan A, my first one, the very balanced 4-2-3-1, playing of course Gullit and Vieira as CDMs, and then using Neymar to the left and Messi as a cam, and actually a bit surprising, R9 to the right side. Usually that is going to be Henry, but now I'm picking the tallest because the most common left back in these tournaments will be Team of the Year Marcelo, and he is a bit short, and that is why I want to use a tall winger to that side to win all of these headers, because no one will beat the Team of the Season Walker in the air to the right side. But this 4-2-3-1 didn't work out too well for me, so I went to my plan B mainly, and especially in the last stages of this tournament I used the 4-2-2-2, and here using Messi to the left, Neymar to the right, and R9 in his natural position as a left striker, and this actually worked out very well, and especially in the defense. And for both formations, just getting behind for the strikers, press backline and stay forward for the cams, and stay at the back for the CDMs and for the wingbacks, and also the custom tactics, just as I played in the weekend league. I didn't change anything. This is very balanced and worked very well, even though I might do some changes to the World Cup. Now we're gonna take a look at the gameplay from the tournament, and I think you're all familiar with this format. We're using the Swiss format. You need 4 wins to advance to the brackets, and then in this stage I was 3 wins and 2 losses. I needed 1 more win to advance to the brackets with the top 32, and then you need 1 win in the knockout round to qualify for the World Cup as top 16 goes through. And this was a very tough matchup, of course, playing Dido. He has some incredible possession, and you need defend with some great patience. As you can see here, we're just sweeping here with a player and not trying to rush, because he will use these spaces very fast. But here we leave a gap here. You can see we have to switch here with the right stick, Marcelo, and minimize this gap to Neymar. But here he has 4 or 5 meters space, and he will use this perfectly and score the first goal. And we're gonna take a look here at Dito's defense. It is very impressive. He uses this offside trap technique almost every time to push up his defensive line, and then the secondary man press on the ball holder and just sweeping with a man and covering these passing lanes, and it is very hard to get past and reach your strikers. But here in the second half we finally found some passing tempo. You can see here 1 touch almost every time, and we will find a space, and then a quick shot with R9. He has that finesse shot trait, And that is the key to score goals. You need the tempo in the attack, and we finally found it. And after this, we had some great momentum in this game, and we're winning the ball high here after some great pressure, and Neymar just twisting and turning, and R9 will find it back here. A lofted cross, L1 cross, and Son, my super sub, he's just missing this chance. This was a bit surprising from Son, but we just maintain here our incredible momentum and pressure here this time. Son, he is a pure glitch, and Neymar with the finesse shot, but this time hitting the post. And after this great period, Dieter will get some momentum back in the game, and this is a great pass. But just look here what we do. We don't give up this chance. We're using here our wingback Marcelo manually to just block this shot, and Dieter was very shocked after this. That was a great piece of defense, but from this corner it is De Gea with a crazy save, and here Dito had a great period and we had to defend with great caution. But he gets this shot and Marcelo does this auto clearance and he gets this chance. But here we're doing something right. We're running out and we're also pressing down the right stick to make De Gea move over to just minimize this gap and cover that far post. But in the 90th minute this happens. I was very angry. It is a lot of situations that are questionable, and also this rebound from De Gea, and he gets the victory in this first game 2-1. I think after all that was deserved. And this was also all played in best of 2, and we also lost that second game. It was also a close one, but Dieter was overall I think the better player in this series. So we were 3 wins and 3 losses, but we won that last game of the Swiss format against Egzi, the player from Indonesia, and we ended up going through to the brackets. Unfortunately, we have no footage from that game, but we have this decisive game against Principe. And this were the 32 players who made it through to the Swiss format, and this was going to be stripped down to 16 players only who was going to qualify for the World Cup. And I was going to play against my very good friend Principe from Makers, and this was of course going to be an incredibly tough game and also ending up in a huge thriller. And the first game was not on broadcast, but I won that with 3-2 after being down with 1-0. And in this second game he gets one first chance here. It's a tight angle and De Gea makes that save. I was expecting that save, but instead of him scoring we're gonna get this chance. It's nice, and once again we're finding this key one-touch pass, just turning around to his right side. He was expecting me to move over to the left side for that finesse, but R9 scores, and we are in total 4-2 up. But after this he was going to switch to the diamond, and he was going to create a lot of more chances. But this first is great defense, but here I'm not sure what I was doing. I can just pass it back, I can switch side, but instead I go for some very weak and weird pass, and this gives him the great chance, and this is a wonderful touch from Neymar. It's a brilliant attack. He is a fantastic player, Principe, and he scores here 2-1, and he's also so strong mentally, even though he was down and this game was so big, it meant so much for us both. He was just playing brilliant when being under huge pressure, and here Neymar gets the chance, just trying to time that driven pass, but he gets one touch and R9 can't get his foot and score into this totally open goal. So we have 3-4 still with 20 minutes left. I just had to keep this lead in order to qualify for the World Cup. But he changed here to the 3-4-2-1, and this will give result quickly. He finds Kun Agüero, not the best defending from Maldini, and it is even Stevens. And after this he went back to the 4-2-3-1, and I just kept here the 4-2-2-2, and it is extra time. This was going to go to a penalty shootout, but we will get one last chance here. Son finds Ronaldo, but he simply can't turn around and see the ball. And I was a bit worried here because this meant that Principe would get the last chance before a penalty shootout. But a brilliant piece of defending from Vieira. He reads this pass and we get this last chance. And here I thought, okay, I have to keep the ball for 10-15 more seconds in order to really be sure that this will be the last thing happening in the game, because I do not want to give him this last chance. So this is it. And you can see also here he's defending, double man pressing the ball holder and then sweeping with his CDM, and it's so hard to find any space, but we find one small space here. It's Cristiano back to goal it, and it is a goal. It is just crazy euphoria, just crazy feelings. This whole season came down to this moment. Even either it was going to end or qualification for the World Cup, which is massive. And I knew that this was over, this was the last thing happening, because I took a really long last attacks. There is no kickoff, there is nothing, there is no more chances for Principe, and you can also see that the referee blows the whistle instantly, and that was over. And you can see that there are a lot of emotions, a lot of feelings after qualifying for this tournament, the World Cup, which was the whole purpose of this whole season, the whole target, ambition to qualify to the biggest tournament, and I made it. And it is, I mean, I am so happy, guys, and also want to say a huge thanks to all of the support, all of the subscribers who believed in me and knew that their teacher still had the skills in order to qualify for the biggest tournament. And here you can see the 16 players who are qualified. We have my teammate Rosemeyer, August Rosemeyer Agge, and there is also Stefano Pina, Marv, Aubameyang, Maestro, the French player Dido, Marcuso, Nicolas, who is amazing. He also won this tournament in the end. There is me, Honey Badger, and also Icefog, a lot of Germans. We have also Jimmy HD, we have Stranger, also another German, and we have Damien from Poland, Andoni representing Spain, and also there in the bottom right corner is Webb, who I was going to play in this next game. So this were the last 16 players, and we simply played for the seeding to the World Cup and also some extra prize money. And I was going to take on this Japanese wonder kid who had a fantastic tournament. It was just a shock for everyone, a completely new player who qualified to this tournament through the last chance qualifier, which is just simply amazing. And he also had the 6 wins and 1 loss in the Swiss format, so he was one of the strongest players in this tournament. And we also had a nice new feature. We had these heart rate monitors, which you can see here that, well, mine was pretty normal, but Webb was, well, he was barely alive. I was about to walk over and give him CPR or something, because this was, I think, not so normal. And you will also see later that the staff will check his equipment after this game, because they were very worried. But first we're gonna take a look at the chances here in the first game. A huge chance from Neymar, and overall he was a disappointment for me this tournament. He missed a lot of chances, but here a great attack, and this time he will score. Neymar will score in the first goal. It is a great one, and here I was feeling very confident and I had a nice feeling, but this feeling will end very quickly, because he will find this pass. It is a nice goal, and he was so good at finding these triangles in the passes and these driven passes into the box. And this is actually an own goal from Marcelo, even though I think that the ball would end up in the net anyways. But the own goal is always an own goal, and I was not happy with Marcelo. But after this we'll create some nice chances, and I think I should have had a penalty kick here after this short corner, finding this across to Ronaldo, and it's a great touch from him, but he gets assaulted from the back, but the referee says no, that is no foul. Where is VAR when you need it is the question. Instead he's gonna get this chance, and it's great quick passing, but he hits the crossbar this time. But he had a great period here, and we had to defend perfectly here. He tries to heel flick, but we don't rush. We're just standing and waiting for his skill move. That it is very good defending, but you can also see that he was using Maldini as a left back, which was a bit, well, a different choice. But he scores 2-1, and it's actually through the legs of our Maldini. And here, yes, I was losing this lead, but I was just chewing my chocolate, because there was still a lot left to play for. And here we will apply some great pressure here with Messi, and Vieira gets the ball, a nice driven pass to Ronaldo, quick heel flick, and then just a one-touch driven finish, and we are back with 2-2. And after this, yes, I'm trying to make them come short, and what happens is that he does this no touch dribble, which is the worst feature I ever seen, which gives him the last chance instead. It is a great scoop turn. He completely tricks me. I'm trying to block this with Marcelo, but he scores 3-2, and we get one last chance. It is maybe a bit rushed decision to make this finish, but it could have went in, but instead it is a victory to Webb in the first game. You can see that the staff is checking his equipment. It is not possible to have a pulse of 60, they think, and you can see here in the second game it was definitely a lot higher for Webb, and he scores this first goal. I was not happy. I think, well, that is sometimes a typical FIFA 18 goal. It seems that there is no angle and no worries, but the players can still find the targets, it seems like, from any angle. Now trailing with the 4-2, and in this second game, simply, you can see my pulse is still low. I maybe wasn't tense enough. I was a bit happy to just qualify for the World Cup, while it seems like this game meant more to Webb, and he also scores here 5-2. He was definitely the better player in the second game, and after this they actually cut the stream, even though I scored one goal back to 5-3 and I had some nice pressure, but yes, we lost in the end with 5-3. And here you can see some stats from the tournament: 10 wins, 4 draws and 6 losses. One of the best defenses also in the tournament with the 1.72 conceded per game, only beaten by Nicolas and Lion, the Spanish player. But here is the big problem, the reason why I didn't go further: only 1.89 goals per game, which was actually one of the worst in the tournament. And the issue was why my attack was so bad, because I had huge problem in my micro. Just 1 week before this tournament I was practicing the L1 dribbling, the micro dribbling, you know, these very, very small touches, and it completely took over my whole micro. And here probably the best option, you can see here, Cristiano gets the ball, is to just shield the ball, make the teammates move up in their positions, which I usually would have done, I think, just shielding or something else. But instead, yes, of course, I'm gonna use the L1 dribbling in an unnatural and not so good position, and losing the possession. And it looked like this in many of my attacks, in many of my games, just using the L1 dribbling in very, very unnatural situations. But now I have the whole summer to practice this technique and implement it naturally in my gameplay, because that is the key with all new features, and everything, you know, is to just implement it naturally. Because as soon as you start thinking, okay, maybe I should use it now, maybe not here, just thinking too much, overthinking, you start to over focus on this special feature and just forgetting about other things, you know, about your gameplay and about FIFA. But anyways, that is it for today, guys. I hope you appreciated this video, and if you did so, make sure to drop a like. We're gonna have some more videos this week, and especially World Cup content. And also, if you're interested to see an analysis of Nicolas gameplay, let me know here in the comment section below. Thanks so much for watching, as always, you know. Until next time.